Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning. Yes, you know, yes, you get to choose the same way that I get to choose what things mean, what this moment means, what somebody says means, what's happening in your life means, all of it. You have that power in you to think, to accept, to reject ideas. And with that power, you can lead yourself into an incredible feeling of confidence, which is faith. But in order for you to do that, you have to go beyond knowing that you have to do that and shift into actually doing it. The doing meaning you've got to use that in your thought process. See, that's your reasoning faculty. Remember, you have six higher mental faculties: imagination, perception, reason, will, memory, intuition, all of which are the tools that, if used, can change the subconscious programming in you. This leads me to reminding you that you are not stopping you, that you're not in the way, that for sure you're not self-sabotaging. And that's important because many of us accepted that idea from people who have told us that. Isn't that interesting how in the personal development world that's a prevalent statement? That you're stopping you, you're in the way, you're self-sabotaging. But it's not true. There is no such thing as self-sabotage. But think about the implications of believing that there is such a thing that leads you to place blame where it's not where the cause is. See, the cause is in your subconscious programming. It's not out there. And in terms of you would never really invite that negativity into your life, would you? Of course you wouldn't. Which means it's a lie. You've got to shift the narrative and instead understand that what's in the way is not you. It's what's been embedded in you. It's what's planted in your heart. As you thinketh in your heart, so are you. Write that in your notes. As I thinketh in my heart, so am I. As you thinketh based on what's in you subconsciously, because that's what your heart is. And what's in you subconsciously? Your beliefs, your habits. See, that's what's in the way. That's not you. That's the mental program in you. It's running 24 hours, 7 days a week. And the sooner you get that, the sooner you own that. Remember, we've been talking about that from Master Key System. The sooner you'll be able to make the changes you seek. And they can happen, bam, like that, dependent on your faith, which is what you believe. So make sure that you're using what we're sharing with you here diligently, persistently, for the sole purpose of reconditioning yourself to think this way. And then from there, you'll live effortlessly the way that you would love to live. All right. So again, we've been diving into this, and you should also have a goal card with you. Make sure you have this with you and have your notes ready. And let's dive into where we left off from yesterday. Here we go. All right. Number 25, and the page is 46. There is but one consciousness in the universe able to think, and when it thinks, its thoughts become objective things to it. He's talking about the only creative force there is in the universe, and that is thought energy. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are energy. Thoughts are the magnets that attract to us the very things that we think. Write that in your notes again. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are energy. Thoughts are the magnets that attract to us the very things that we think. And that's what it's a reference to. It's intelligent and it externalizes in the form of outcomes. Remember, in the room you're in, there's lots of things that were made. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. All things were made by imagination, and without imagination was not anything made that was made. See, what you're looking at in the physical world are the effects. That's what's being reaped, of which the sowing was in thought. The real world that we live in is a thought evolved world. It's not the physical world. That's what you use to see the outcomes so that you can change them. Remember, you've been given dominion over this earth, which means you've been given this ability to change all of that outside stuff. It's your birthright. But see, this is where you have to claim it, though. And the way you claim it is with thought energy. There is but one consciousness in the universe able to think, and when it thinks, its thoughts become objective things to it. Objective, outside results. And this consciousness is omnipresence. It's everywhere. It must be present within, and as consciousness is omnipresent, it must be present within every individual. It's present in you. It's present in me. It's present in everyone. Each individual must be a manifestation of that omnipresent, omnipotent, and omnipresent consciousness. Now think about that. Because it is there and everywhere, which means it's in you, it must mean that you individually are a manifestation of it, which means you're in it, which means you have it in you to be able to do the same thing for something external. Think about that. There's a theme within the Bible that talks about how everything produces after its kind. Now, remember, this is not here to get churchy on you. We're talking about principles here. Plant a corn seed, what are you going to get? Corn. Plant an avocado seed, what are you going to get? Avocados. Plant a mango seed, what are you going to get? Mangoes. That's the fourfold order of the universe: seed, plant, blossom, fruit. Write that in your notes again. As within, so without. Want to change the without? You got to change the within. Why? Because as within, so without. What are some of those practical examples of the without? Oh, how much you earn, your lifestyle, what you do for work, how you dress, the home in which you live, the car that you drive. Furniture in your house. It's fascinating. I'm looking at my studio right now at this moment and looking at these awesome lights, the awesome camera, the big monitor. I'm engaging with my mind with how that got there. I imagined it. I imagined you here. You imagined yourself here. And then from there, you were loyal to the unseen reality, which then led to the ideas that would make it happen. Now think about that.